Okay, this morning we're going to react to my interview on the Bearded Growers radio station. Two lovely guys, Bish and JJ. They run a radio station, and I slid in their DMs and sent them a request to come on their radio show. I gave them a list of things that I would talk about, basically interesting stories over the 28 to 30 years of gardening, and they loved it, so they asked me to come on, and I went on their station. It was great fun. Love the guys, they're brilliant. I follow them on Instagram if you want to check them out. Bearded Growers. Great bunch of guys, and they've got a great radio station which I think they do a couple of shows a week or something, maybe 2 or 3, I can't remember. But yeah, let's play. So I've done the intro. My interview was about 59 minutes into their show, so I'm not gonna listen to the whole show, so I've just cut their intro straight into my interview, which is about 20 minutes long. So, and I'll pause along the way and comment about, because it's funny. They play a little prank on me at the beginning, which is like, when I was on there, I was like, oh no, what have I done? Have I called the wrong number? You'll see what I'm in a minute. I'm just going to press play on this now so you can hear it.
Hello and welcome to the Bearded Growers Radio. Horticulture just got hairy. I'll wind you up a little. Okay. Good evening, Amber Chinese. I'm joking, Pete. I'm joking.
So you've seen there, he goes, good evening, Amber Chinese. So he's pretending it's a Chinese restaurant, and I totally like froze up in that moment, because I'm sat in my car on the phone, and I thought, oh no, I've called the wrong number. And then he must have realised the silence, because the silence on the radio, he must have gone, oh no, he's actually going to hang up. Quick, no, Pete. So, and then I come into this.
What? I anticipate you about to be frantically looking for the end call button, and that's what I thought.
Oh my god, I was so close to like...
Are we live? We are live. We're live. We're live on the number one hood.
Because they asked me to call in, and I expected to call in and then have a chat with one of them or something to say, oh, we're going live in like a couple of minutes, get you ready, yeah. But no, it was straight in live, and I was like, oh wow, yeah, that's I've never been on live TV before, so I was a little bit nervous. I was excited, but it was like excited nerves. And I had a list of like the things that I'd asked them that I was going to talk about, so I had to refresh my memory, because some of these things were a long time ago, so I had them there just in case I got nervous and forgot about the stories or the anecdotes I was going to tell them.
Cultural show in the UK. Number one, baby.
With the media guys.
Of course, mate. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy Monday evening to join us here.
Yeah, no problems. I've been really looking forward to it.
Well,
it's so weird hearing your voice on radio. You don't sound like you think you sound in your head. You just, to me, everyone hates their voice, and I'm not. Yeah, it sounds way different on radio than it does on video for some reason. I don't know. It just sounds weird.
Since you messaged me, this is JJ, by the way. Since you messaged me with your plea to come on the show, I've got to say it's the best one we've seen.
Good.
And we are intrigued by some of these stories. I can't wait.
I gave you quite a long list, and I thought there's no way we can cover all of that in one go.
There's some that we probably aren't allowed to cover on the radio, so we can pick through. We'll be all right.
Yeah.
We'll be all right.
Yeah, I'll let you guys pick the ones you want me to elaborate on.
So where did we start then? So we've got 28 years in the gardening business.
Yeah. On and off.
Man and boy
in yeah.
I got confused. Man and boy. What was he talking about? Because I work alone, but I did work with my dad for a long time. Well, growing up, most of the skills I've learned are from my dad. So when he said man and boy, my brain went, what was he talking about? Then I clocked, oh, he probably means father and son. Just kind of, yeah, but not anymore. But yeah, I get it.
Father and son.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. So what is it you do? Landscape gardening? Or
it's general maintenance.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, a bit of general maintenance, cutting lawns.
Very nice.
Hedges.
Get you out and about. And gets you to pick up some funny stories as well along the way.
Yeah, over the years.
So, I've got to dive in with the first one that you sent me. Making 2 clients cry, one happy, one sad.
Yeah, that's what I sent you. So, it really bad, but it's not that bad. One client, absolute jungle of a garden. She goes off to work. She works nights, and she comes back at 4 a.m, sees the garden, is absolutely blown away, and she cracks open a bottle of wine and has a tear with her daughter because she's never seen her garden look so nice. The sad one's interesting.
Go on then.
So if you imagine you've got a really lovely looking pot, but this is an odd pot because the pot is wide at the bottom and skinny at the top.
Okay.
And it's got lovely lilies in it. And my client says to me, I want you to replant those lilies in my garden. I'm like, okay, I can either crack the pot
yeah,
or I can ruin the lilies and try and get them out. And she's like, oh, I really like that pot. She goes, I really want to keep the pot. Let's keep the pot, but I love the lilies, so try your hardest not to ruin them.
right.
So I'm literally stabbing away at these lovely lilies. Oh, it's absolutely horrific. And she's crying because she's really sad, basically. She's crying her eyes out.
Because she's stabbing her lilies.
And I'm sitting there going, oh my God, what am I doing? And I managed to get literally about half of these lilies out and replanted them. And took about 2 years for them to come back.
See, I had a sinking feeling there that it was going to be, there's ashes of a family member in there.
Oh, really? No.
That I remember that one so well. And the lady's actually passed away now. This is a long time ago, and it was in Brighton, and she literally did cry. She literally cried, and but it's not much you can do when you've got a tiny little gap and the root system goes into the bottom. So that root system is really thick. You can't, extremely hard to get it out of a tiny thin top. So I had to put like a kind of a screwdriver or something down the side to kind of break up those roots to try and get it out. So she was left with a very small amount of ivy left. But she still had her pot. So it's basically a stupid pot. Anyway, here we go.
Sounded like an urn. Oh, God.
But bless her, yeah. She was very upset about her lilies, but she managed to keep her pot.
How is it dealing with people like this on a daily basis, really? You know, is it?
Yeah,
you come across some strange people.
All sorts of people.
As well as lovely people, obviously.
Absolutely lovely. No. Majority of people are lovely, of course.
Yeah, but it's the funny ones that we want to talk about, obviously.
Oh, indeed.
So,
Take me 30 odd years to get just a handful, really. So.
But we're gonna fight our way through this because I'm now intrigued by the angry client's neighbour with their arm in a hedge.
Yes. Okay. So I've got regular customer, and
this is an insane story. I can't imagine anyone ever having to experience this. This has got to be so unique that it's only ever happened once. Maybe. I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's some crazy stories out there, but this is very specific and very unique. I've never heard of anyone. This is crazy. Listen to this.
she's asked me to cut her hedge, bring it down by maybe a couple of feet. And I like to keep my clients happy, so I said, yeah, no problem. She said to me, oh, by the way, before you start, if you see my neighbour, ignore her.
Red flag. Super red flag.
Massive red flag. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So I thought, how am I going to deal with this? So I literally put my ear defenders on, and I crack away, cutting the hedge, thinking this sounds a bit dodgy. And she comes out, the neighbour, waving her arms everywhere, screaming, and I'm just going, sorry, can't hear you, and trying to carry on. And then after about 5 minutes of her screaming and shouting, she puts her arm in the hedge and says, if you cut any more of this hedge, you'll cut my hand off.
Is this where the gardening went on and off when you went inside for cutting her arm off?
No. So I'm down my tools and I'm like, I'm not cutting any more of this hedge until you guys sort this out, because I'm going to get involved in this.
No, can't get involved with those disputes.
Yeah, so it turns out that their kids were married and they had fallen out.
Ah, right, okay.
So there was like a backstory there. So I said, look, you guys have it out and tell me what you want me to do. It turned out that they never agreed on lowering this hedge. So I ended up cutting one side down seems completely pointless, and the other side left up. Does that make sense? Like a step.
Right.
Weirdest steps I've ever done in my life.
That is weird.
But I think she was adamant. I want it lowered, and okay.
Yeah, that was a weird one. It was like a standoff between mother-in-laws, basically. Yeah. I just wanted it to be over. I'm just like, how can I resolve this? They're not going to talk. Whatever I can do to not have to deal with that neighbour and to just keep my client happy. The step thing was like, fine, I'll do it. It's ridiculous. I'll do it just so I can just get away from this job.
Friendly neighbours.
Yeah, good fun.
Right then. Two totally random deaths of foxes in the same property a year apart.
Yeah, these guys...
This is crazy.
Obviously, it's very sad to see a death of a fox. It's not very nice, but sometimes I have to deal with these things.
Big giant ginger rats, they are welcome everywhere.
Yeah, we love them when we see them. But, have you ever seen one of those trampolines that's sunken into the ground?
Yes.
So my customer had one of those.
Do you mean the bane of gardens across the world?
Yeah, we love them. We have to move them to cut the grass underneath. It's always good fun. But the ones that are actually sunk in the ground, they're not too bad. They're quite, we just mow around those. But on this occasion, the leaves had fallen onto the trampoline, and the rain had come, and it had sunken down into like a swimming pool type thing because the leaves had stopped the water draining. So it's quite a long garden. So I'm looking at the far end going, I said to the client, do you want me to pull the leaves away just so we can drain that water off your trampoline? Yeah, go ahead, go for it. Head over there, and there's a stiff dead fox just floating.
Oh, bless.
So it had a cage around this trampoline, so I guess it got in
and got flooded,
and just got flooded in there, and obviously couldn't swim.
Oh dear, I shouldn't laugh, but
shouldn't laugh. No, it's very sad.
No,
but yeah, I got him out. I got the client out. You can come and help me get this thing out of your trampoline, and we bagged it up and stuff. And then they went away to Japan for a year, and when they came back, they got me again to do their garden after about a few months. They were all gone to work, so I turned up to do the job. Walked down the driveway, and I walk down the driveway, bring my tools out. As I come back to the van, the picket fence is on my right side, and I see something very strange, and it's a fox. It's somehow
wedged in the fence.
Tried to jump over the picket fence, slipped, and got its neck stuck.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really sad, in the picket fence. And
that was horrific to see that, and the scratches. Oh my god, it was gross.
It had obviously there was scratch marks. He was trying to get out, and it obviously it got stuck. And
so basically, foxes should stay away from that garden.
I know, it's so weird. I had to call him up, and I said to him, look, there's this fox that's stuck on your picket fence. Your kids are about to come home. It was close to 3 o'clock. I said, do you want me to remove this? He's like, yeah, please do. Second time.
Wow. So yeah, foxes in that area, stay away.
Oh God, yes, it's an omen of that garden.
Absolutely. So we've got some funny nicknames you've sent me as well.
Okay, so yeah.
Client nicknames. It's not something I do to my clients, but back in the day when I was working with my dad, it gets explained why we had nicknames for clients.
It's a funny name. So when I worked with my dad, we didn't just make nicknames up for clients. That's not something we do. But if you're heading to a job, and my dad knows where he's going, but we don't know where he's going. So Dad, what's the next job? And he'll tell us the street name. I have no clue what this job is, and then he'll come up with a name to remind us.
Right.
So we've got, say, Steep Hill Lady. Okay.
She lives on a steep hill.
She lives on a steep hill, and her garden is really steep, and it's a pain in the butt to come back off.
Well, as a man that's got a very steep garden, I know it's a pain in the ass. Mine as well.
It's a pain in the butt. The funniest one was a lady we called Bionic Knickers.
Yes, I was intrigued by that one.
That one. So she just had a hip operation. She had obviously metal in her hips. That's where the bionic comes from. But she answered the door in her knickers to my dad. So she unfortunately gets the name Bionic Knickers.
Bionic Knickers. So
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by Sticky Fingers.
Sticky Fingers, yes. Dear old lady, she would come out with a cup of tea and the cups would be all sticky, and you'd go to use the toilet and the handles in the toilet door all sticky. It was, bless her, she never cleaned the place, and it was just a bit grubby and sticky.
I'm going to say it's probably an obsession with roses. Cadbury's roses. Sticky Fingers. Eating too many
Sticky Fingers, is that what you were thinking? You were thinking maybe she was stealing or something?
No, sticky because you got like food on them and stuff.
Oh, it's possible, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And the last one I am very intrigued by is the Clown Lady.
Clown Lady, okay, her makeup was extremely extravagant, and she had rosy cheeks, bless her. She had really white makeup, and she used to really go to town on the makeup.
I'm completely down with this because I'm terrible with names. So
Absolutely.
making up little nicknames in my head is what I do this quite a lot, to be honest. So if I don't know who you are and I'm looking at you funny and laughing, it's because I've made a funny nickname.
I like these two guys. They're really funny. If you listen to their station, they're just a couple of lads who are just having a laugh. It's just a great listen. It's just so like down to earth as well.
Right. Couple more stories here. So we've got maintaining a drug dealer's garden, and he still owes you 80 quid.
He does. He still owes me 80 quid, the little guy.
So he must have been a very bad drug dealer, or...
Well, I didn't get to know him too well, but it was one of those things where you kind of think he's a drug dealer.
Right.
I knew the brother, I knew the whole family because I did all their gardens.
Yeah.
And I think they must have told me that he was a bit of a
wrong-un.
bit of a dealer.
Yeah.
And doing his garden, I go in to collect my money, and he's in the kitchen, and he's counting his money as you do, rolls and rolls of money. It's like you kind of put two and two together.
Yep.
And then he also, if I ever knocked on his door, he would come out. Don't knock on the door. I don't want people knowing I'm here and this sort of stuff. And eventually I'd been to his house. He was never there. I'd cut his grass about 2 or 3 times and calling him for the money. He just eventually just disappeared off the face of the earth.
I'm guessing prison.
Probably. I didn't think about that. I probably thought he'd done a run and moved to a different town. I don't know.
He's in the neck,
He's definitely in the neck, yeah, of course he is. Of course he is. So,
why would you never work for an estate agent?
Estate agents, love them or hate them.
They are vile creatures as they go.
I suppose that would be...
Estate agents, yeah, they are the bane. I think he says that. Yeah, there's not many people on this planet that would say, yeah, I love a good estate agent. Yeah, you'll hear why.
An obvious one, wouldn't it? Yeah. But it's good for gardening, making money-wise, but there's absolute zero job satisfaction because they do not care. No one cares. The landlord doesn't care, the agent doesn't care, the tenant doesn't care. They want a quick job.
Sometimes you want a bit of gratification for your hard work, You do.
I like a good job.
And then they just turn around and walk off.
Yeah, they can be good because I've had some good... there's some really bad ones out there that manage their properties terribly, that you've got to stay away from them for sure. But I had a good couple of estate agents, and they would send me a list of like 40 to 50 properties, and you just kind of work your way through them, which was quite nice. And I started on the first job. I did the most immaculate job for them, put them in the bill for about 500 quid. And I get a call from the manager from the estate agent. What the heck is this? And
was he expecting a fiver? Yeah, asking the next door neighbour's kid to do it.
And we basically went round and had a chat, and he basically said to me, look, if there's any jobs over £100, you have to give me a call, and we have to agree it.
Right.
And that's the kind of way it went, really. So they don't really want to spend much money.
They're living up to type, then, the old estate agents.
Indeed, they are living up to type. It's tough. It's hard to manage around all your other clients, but you can earn a lot more money on it. I obviously charged a lot more for these.
Oh, a lot more.
Hello.
I totally just lost my place. Oh my God, where was I? was about.
Work, you know.
You do. I know, like a good job.
And then they just turn around and walk off.
Yeah, they can be good because I've had some good. There's some really bad ones out there that manage their properties terribly. That you got to stay. And I started on the first job. I did the most immaculate job. Any jobs over £100, indeed, they are living up to the title. It's tough. It's hard to manage around all your other clients.
Oh, I need to drill down into. So, how to get away with smashing a window?
Okay, this one is not.
How to get away with smashing a window. So, yeah, you'll hear this one.
I put in the thing. I don't do this.
Not to you.
Not me. In big size. I don't do this. If I ever smash a window, I own up to it straight away. I've got insurance. You know, my integrity is worth way more than a silly little window. So, absolutely, we'll get that fixed. But this is a story from my dad. My dad's probably going to be listening, and not my dad either. It's another gardener that he told me this story from. So he had been strimming. This is how we normally smash windows.
Bricks on a strimmer.
Strimming, stone flies up, smashes the window. I've done it multiple times myself, but this guy had smashed the window, finished the job. The client wasn't there, so no one knew he'd done it.
Right.
He drives off, and he's driving along the road, and he notices a dead seagull in the road. So he's like, He grabs the seagull, picks it up.
Throws it through the window?
Not quite, no.
Okay.
He just lays it gently in front of the window.
Right.
And then thus...
blaming the seagull for the broken window.
Indeed. And then drives off, and I think he even gets away with it.
Genius, but super deceptive.
It's incredible.
Right, so if you've got any seagulls on the grass and you just had a garden around,
Yeah.
wasn't the seagull's fault?
Yeah, there's like grass clippings everywhere, but just happens to be a seagull at the same time. Either the gardeners accidentally killed the seagull and smashed the glass at the same time. Yeah.
That is bad luck.
A really aggressive seagull.
This is the last one. I'm going to have to let you go. But you don't just do gardening work. You've also been in some blockbuster movies.
Oh, right. I thought you might ask that one. Yeah. So in between gardening, when work's a bit slow, I signed up with an extras agency.
Nice.
I actually started at uni, and I did Gladiator with Russell Crowe.
No way.
Beast of a movie, but extras are kind of like sort of living furniture. You kind of just get put where you're told, really, and you're kind of bottom of the pile. But it's
lie
good
there
fun.
and pretend to be dead.
Yeah, well, not always.
Okay.
With the Gladiator one, we were fighting and stuff like that with swords, and I had to run past Russell Crowe, and there was a blood shooting machine like shooting at you. That was quite fun.
Wow.
And I was gutted because the guy in front of me, he accidentally bumped into Russell Crowe while he was supposed to run past him. I don't know if that was and then they ad-libbed a kind of fight together, and I was like, oh damn, I could have had a little fight with Russell Crowe there.
Russell Crowe?
Totally missed that, yeah.
So, how many times have you shown the Gladiator to anybody who comes around your house?
Everybody, of course. I've got pictures as well. We snuck. It was before smartphones back then, so
Wow.
I snuck in one of those little disposable cameras, and I got some shots, and I got a picture of the director. I didn't get Russell Crowe anyone, but yeah, I took some pictures of me in all the get-up. Actually,
Ridley Scott was the director of that, and I have got a picture of Ridley Scott standing on this giant camera, like directing. Great experience that was.
Awesome.
I was a German barbarian fighting the Romans.
Nice.
And it was quite funny because we was at uni at the time, and we all went to the town hall to get signed up to the film. And the way they worked it was, all the scruffy ones got chosen to be German barbarians,
Right.
and all the smart-looking lads were Romans. And I was thinking, the two beardy guys here on the phone, you'd make brilliant German barbarians.
We are.
In the Gladiator.
And I'd take Russell Crowe, no problem.
You totally would.
You
would
can't
have
be
him.
tackling Bish, that's the problem.
Mate, no, nothing to it, mate. Nothing to it.
So other than Gladiator, go on, what else we got?
The other biggest one was The Current War, which is has got Benedict Cumberbatch in, Nicholas Hoult, Tom Holland,
Okay,
all them guys.
nice.
That was a good one. That was I had to witness a hanging on that one. That was quite fun.
Pleasant.
And
See, in 5 years' time, you could literally do PTSD and sue 'em.
Yeah, totally, yeah. But I had to witness a hanging, and the guy gets hung, but he doesn't die. So these coppers come along and have to kind of pull him down to finish him off. It's quite
Pleasant.
quite horrific.
So I've always fancied that Bish being an extra.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
We could be an extra when we go to Chelsea.
We can be.
Every time we see a camera, we're going to be right behind him. Yay!
You get paid you get paid more for special skills. So I think actually having a beard is quite a special skill in itself. I think it's quite sought after.
It does take commitment. It does take
does.
commitment.
What a
Yeah,
what the
absolutely.
beard not being an extra.
The beard.
Brilliant.
Extra's easy.
I'm all over it. Pete's been wicked. Thank you so much for sharing your very, very funny
Cheers,
tales.
Pete.
We'll catch up
No
with you
worries.
soon, man.
No worries. You take care, guys.
Take care, brother.
Thank you.
That is cool. That is cool. I'm going to get rid of this screen. Why is it not going? I don't know. There you go. X. Cool. What do you think? That was so fun. I loved it. I absolutely loved that. I might try and get back on there another time. I know they're doing a Christmas special. They're inviting a whole bunch of people up. Maybe I can go down for that. And yeah, I could. There's definitely some things I could do on that show. Like thinking about maybe making them a gift or something and taking it over to them. That'd be a good thing for Christmas, wouldn't it? Make a little gift. Or I could do like a rap. I'm not very good at rapping, but it would be. I don't mean Christmas rapping. I mean like rapper the papa. So yeah, it was fun. I loved it, and I hope you guys liked it. Smash the like button, the subscribe button. This was episode 94, medium latte extra hot. Boom. Have a good day.